Hey guys, today I'm going to walk you through a Chaturanga tutorial, and Chaturanga is something that is in our yoga practice a lot, but we tend to do it wrong a lot as well. And Chaturanga is a complex pose that we want to make sure we are doing correctly with the right form, because if we're not, then we can cause injury, and we really don't want that, obviously. So I'm just going to break it down really quickly for you. So if you have 2 blocks, make sure that you grab those. If you don't, it's totally fine. Or you could always grab maybe some books or something that just is the same height or so as a block. So for the first block, you're gonna have that be about in your eye line, and then you're gonna place your hand right behind this block so that your fingertips are touching, so that you know that the second block is gonna be about 2 or so inches away from the back of your wrist. So place both of your hands down, and first just coming onto your knees, that's where we're gonna start. So you can tuck your toes under if you want more support. And first we're going to make sure that we press the mat away. So think about protracting your shoulders and your back. So your shoulders are gonna be pressing away from each other, not hugging in. Sometimes we do that when we're in a push-up, but make sure that you really press your mat away, and then it'll create like a dome shape through your upper back. And then also make sure that you zip up through your core. You don't want to be dumping down and having an arch through your spine. You really want to plug your lower belly up and back, or think about drawing your belly button back towards your spine so that you really stay engaged through your core, pressing the mat away. And then what you're going to do is slightly gaze forward, so about 6 inches or so in front of your mat. And then just start to shift forward. And a lot of times we send our elbows back, and as we do that, it's not good. So as you can see, that block is placed here so that you can not knock it over. That's the goal. So you can tell in your body if your alignment's off. So if you're hitting that block and it's falling over, then you want to make sure that you're shifting forward more. So your shoulders are going to come a few inches or so past your wrists, so maybe even past your fingertips. So shift forward. Again, I'll show you if you go back, you're gonna hit that block. It's either going to wanna fall or completely fall. So go ahead and come back onto your hands. Breathe in to shift forward, engage through your core. And then from here, as you lower down, you wanna create a 90-degree bend in your arms, and then your shoulders just gonna kind of rest right on that block. All right, so we're gonna do that a few times. Again, making sure that this block is just about a couple inches behind your wrist. Mine started to creep back a little bit. All right, so coming onto your hands, engage through your core. Breathe in, take your gaze forward, shift forward, bend at your elbows as you lower down, placing your shoulder on that block. Good. All right, and that already is starting to burn. So if you want to keep adding on to this, so feel free to just keep doing exactly what we did until you build that strength or build the proper alignment. But the next step here would be to come onto your feet here, lifting your legs, hugging into the center of your body. Again, think about protracting. Breathe in, gaze forward, shift forward, and then coming down halfway. So again, you want to make sure that your hips and your shoulders are in alignment. A lot of times we shift forward and our shoulders start to go down, and I've actually noticed that in my own body. Even a couple years into my yoga practice, I was shifting forward, and as I bent my elbows, my shoulders are going down and my hips are going up, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing Chaturanga, and it was not. So sometimes it might actually help to take a quick video of yourself, because sometimes it's hard to see where your own body is in space. So that's why the blocks definitely help with that. So we're gonna go ahead and do that again, and then go through upward facing dog and then downward facing dog. So set up your blocks. Plant your hands down, feel a nice firm foundation. First, we'll do it on our knees. So breathe in, shift forward, lower down, and then you can come into your upward facing dog. That's your breath in. And downward facing dog is your breath out. And that block might get a little bit in the way. All right, so now coming onto our feet, doing the same exact thing. Plant your hands down, engage through your core. Breathe in, gaze forward, lower down, create that 90-degree bend. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, so I hope that helped break down Chaturanga a little bit for you. So take those basics, take your blocks, and just keep working on the pose, allowing your strength to build over time. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.